Hey guys, very good morning. Am I audible? If I am audible, please write yes in the live chat so that I can be able to know. Am I audible? If I am audible, please write yes in the live chat. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the confirmation. Very good morning to all of you. Please wait for a couple of minutes. I will start the session at 10:30. It's 10:30, so let's start. Yes, who is Ethnus? Ethnus is the platform who provides training in technical and non-technical domains. We provide training to the students who are in final year or pre-final year. So for technical, we provide training on C, programming, Java, MySQL, Python, JavaScript, Node.js, HTML5, CSS, AWS, and many more. And for non-technical, we provide training on quantitative aptitude, reasoning, soft skills, career skills, etc. Even Ethnus also provides the company-specific training. And even Ethnus has placed many students in the MNCs, especially in TCS Wipro every year. We basically have trained the almost 5,000 students last year for the Wipro Elite, and last year many students got placed. We help the students to fulfill their dreams and their goals. We are doing this for the last 14 years. So this is the whole description about the Ethnus. It's me. My name is Vikas Sharma. I am a master trainer. I have trained more than 50k plus students in VIT, NIT, etc. And I'm having 6 years of experience in the IT sector, being a senior trainer and senior developer. So guys, welcome to all of you in the Wipro Elite NLTH specific Masterclass 3 technical. Today is Saturday, so welcome to all of you. So what is NLTH? NLTH is National Level Talent Hunt, which is provided by the Wipro Elite. So I hope most of you have attended and enjoyed the masterclass on Thursday and yesterday, right? If you have missed the past sessions, no problem, you can watch again. We are sharing the masterclass playlist of the past sessions right now. Just see the live chat. Yes, I can see that already the link has been shared for the masterclass playlist. That is the YouTube session link. I hope all of you know the new pattern of Wipro Elite NLTH 2021. You would have 2 coding questions on any programming language with duration 60 minutes. It's your choice that which programming language you are comfortable for the coding questions. You can use either C or C++ or Java or Python. But what is Wipro Elite NTH test? Elite National Level Talent Hunt, that is the NLTH, it is a freshers hiring initiative to attract the best of engineering talent across the country. And the objective of this initiative is to enable an equal opportunity for the employment to the most deserving talent across all the engineering streams in India. So why Wipro Elite is important for you guys? This is important because as last time, many students took this opportunity and placed in Wipro. So this masterclass will help you to solve the problems in a better way what the Wipro wants. So today I am going to present probable coding questions with logic and solutions, which gonna be very interesting in this masterclass. So let's start the show with the coding questions. So the first coding question you can see in the screen, that is write a program to check if 2 given matrices are identical or not. I hope all of you know about the matrix from your mathematics part, right? So what is matrix? Matrix is nothing. In the programming, it is defined as the 2-dimensional array or multi-dimensional array also you can say. So let's start with the logic first. Yes, you can see in the screen, this is a file where the logic is defined. Let's say I have two matrix or two-dimensional array. Let's say I have A and B matrix. So let's say A matrix size is n cross n and B matrix size is also same, n cross n. So here n cross n is the size for A and B matrix which I have taken. So first n for row and second n for the column. So in the first matrix we have size n cross n. Let's say if my n is 3. So that means the A matrix size would be 3 cross 3. That means A matrix will have 3 rows and 3 columns. So rows and the column size would be same, 3 and 3. I will tell you the perfect logic why. So here the 2D array, the first 2D array, the name is A, having the size 3 cross 3. That means row and column have the same size, 3. It is also termed as the matrix if you go for the matrix formation. So let's say B's also have the same size, 3 cross 3. Right? Now you can see the for loops. One is the outer for loop and another one is the inner for loop, or you can say the nested for loop. I hope all of you are aware of it from the array part or from the looping concept in the programming. So we have to define 2 for loops for the first matrix as well as for the second matrix as well. So one will be the outer loop, or you can say the main loop, that will work for the row, and the inner for loop, that is the nested for loop, it will work for the column. So let's test the condition as the value of I is 0 initially. So in the outer for loop the value of I is 0. So 0 is less than n, that means the size is 3, the value of n is 3, 0 is less than 3. Yes, the condition is true. The outer for loop will be executed and it will go to the inner or nested for loop. And in the nested for loop we have j variable that will work for the column. So in the nested for loop I have the j value, that is 0. So 0 is less than 3. Yes, again the condition will be true in the nested for loop, so it will be executed, so that I can take the input of the element for a 0 0 index position. So let's say I want to take the element 1, as the value of I and j are 0 currently. I equal to 0 and j is equal to 0. So now after this j will be incremented by 1. It will become 1. Now j will be 1, but I will remain the same, that is 0. Now I can take the input at 0 1 index position for the A matrix. I hope it's clear to all of you who have joined this masterclass. So let's say my next element is 2. Now Again the j will be incremented by 1, it will become 2. So let's check the condition again. 2 is less than 3. Yes, condition will be true. J equals to 2. Now I is same, that is 1. Now I can take the element for 0 to index position. Let's say 3. 3 is the element. Now after that again the j will be incremented by 1, it will become 3. Now 3 is less than 3. Now the condition will be false. So the nested for loop will be terminated, and then it will move the cursor to the next line. Now let's start the second iteration. Now we are in the second iteration. Now for the second iteration, I will be incremented by 1. It will become 1. Let's check the condition. 1 is less than 3. Yes, the condition is true. Outer for loop will be executed and it will go to the inner or nested for loop. And then in the nested for loop, we have the j variable that will work for the column. So j is initially 0. 0 is less than 3. Condition will be true. Now we can take the element for 1 0 index position. Now fourth element is 4. So like this we can take the element for 1 1. Let's say at 1 1 I want to take 5, and at 1 2 index position I want to take as 6. So like this, again if the j will be incremented by 1, it will become 3. 3 is less than 3, condition will be false, that the nested for loop will be terminated, and then it will move the cursor to the next line, and then again it will switch to the outer for loop. I will be incremented by 1, it will become 2. Now again the outer for loop will be executed and it will go to the nested for loop. So then I can take the input for 2 0 index position. Let's say 7, then 2 1 index position I want to take 8, then at 2 2 index position I want to take 9. So like this, for A matrix I have the element this one 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. Same we have to do for the B matrix as well, because the B matrix size is also row cross column, that is 3 cross 3. So that means the iteration would be same for the B matrix as well. For the B matrix we have this loop. You can see I can take the input of the elements for 0 0 0 1 0 2, then 1 0 1 1 1 2, then 2 0 2 1 and 2 2 index position. Let's say B matrix is also have the elements 1 2 3, then 4 5 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. You can see that both the matrix are equal, or you can say identical, because the elements at every index position in both the matrix are equal. So that means if we try to use two more for loops, outer loop and inner for loop, and then if you use the if statement to check the matrix are identical or not. If the elements at every index position for A matrix not equals to the B matrix with the elements at every index position, that means the flag will be 0. That means matrix is not identical. Else the matrix will be identical, the flag will be 1. So in this case you can see all the elements at every index position for B as well as A matrix are equal. That means the matrix, we can say it is identical. Matrix is identical. If the elements for both the matrix are not equal for every index position, that means the matrix is not identical. So now same logic we have to try in the programming. So let's start the programming so that I can show you in the code. You can try this compiler. This is one of the great compiler, Replit. You can try it for as a online compiler. Already the header file stdio.h, it has been defined. Then in the main function, now I want to declare some variables. So let's say int n, and for the size, then flag initially I want to define as 0. Now after that, using printf function, which is used to print the data on the console, enter the size. Now scanf, this printf and scanf functions are the predefined library functions. It is defined in the header file stdio.h. This is the initial concept I want to give to all of you before defining the scanf and printf function. So %d for the integer variable, this is the format identifier or format specifier, you can say. Now %n, that means for n variable it will store the address in the memory. Then only I can take the input of the size from the user. Now after that, I want to declare now matrix A and B with the size n cross n. Let's define. Now I will define the second matrix, that is the second two-dimensional array. The name is B, size n for row and second n for the column. Now I will define the logic. Int I equal to 0, then I less than size, that is n, then incrementation of I variable. Now let's define the nested for loop. First one is the outer for loop. Int j variable I have to take 0, j is less than size, that means j is working for the column and I is working for the row. Then j plus plus. Now using scanf function, I want to take the elements for 0 0 0 1 0 2, then 1 0 1 1 1 2, then 2 0 2 1 2 2 index position. So format identifier, that is %d, then ampersand, then a, I, then j, that means for ith and jth index position, depending on the incrementation of this variable, I can take the elements. Now so this part is over for for the first matrix, right? Now same logic we have to define for the second matrix B. I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. This is the outer for loop. Now let's define the inner or nested for loop. I hope all of you are understanding the concept which I am giving through the programming and the logic. Now scanf. Now I want to take the elements for B matrix at 0 0 0 1 0 2, then 1 0 1 1 1 2 and 2 0 2 1 2 2 index position. Already it's done for A matrix. Now I am doing for the B matrix. Okay, great. That means it's also clear. Now again I have to define two more for loops to check the matrix are identical or not identical. I equal to 0, I plus plus. Now let's define the if statement, that is the conditional statement. A at ith and jth index position not equals to B at ith and jth index position. That means the matrix are not identical. The flag will be 0. Flag value will be 0. Then printf function, matrix are not identical. Then break. Else flag equals to 1, that means it's identical. If flag equal 1, matrix are identical. So it's complete. Now let's compile and run this code. So size I want to give 3, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. This for the A matrix. Now let's give the input for the B matrix. 1, 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. So the matrix are identical, you can see, because all the elements are equal at every index position for A matrix as well as for the B matrix. If the elements are not equal, let's say for the second case, if the elements are not equal, so 3 is the size, let's say 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. Now for the B matrix, let's say 2, then 1, 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, then 3, 4, then 5, then 6. Now matrix are not identical, you can say. So this is the concept for the first coding question. I hope it's clear to all of you. Now I am going through the second coding question. This is the solution for the first coding question. You can see in the screen. So the second coding question is, we have to write a program to print a following pattern. It looks like the pyramid, right? So you can see in the first row we have 4 star, then in the second row we have 3 star, then in the third row we have 2 star, and in the fourth row we have 1 star. So 4, 3, 2, 1. What will be the logic behind this? So let's discuss the logic. So this is the logic you can see in the screen. We have to print this pattern. So for input n equals to 4, where n is the row size, so that we have to print this pattern in the 4 rows. In the first row, that's at 0th index position, we should have 4 star and 0 space. That means space formula would be equal to row. As the row equals to 0, space is also equal to 0. So star would be 4. In the second row, that's first index position, we should have 3 star and 1 space, because in second row we have row value 1. That means it will equals to the space value, that is 1. So we should have 3 star in the second row. In the third row, that is at the second index position, we have row value 2, that is also equal to the space value 2. That means we will have 2 space in the third row, and star would be 2. In the last and the final row, that is the fourth row, or at the third index position, we have row value 3, that is also equal to the space. That means in the fourth row we will have 3 space and only 1 star. So finally we can get the formula for space as well as for the star. Formula for the space is equals to row. So whatever the row value would be, it will be same as the space. If the row value is 0, space is also will be 0, like this. And the star formula is n minus row. N is the size, that is 4. For the fourth row or till the fourth row, the size of n would be same, that is 4. Whatever I want to take the input from the user, n minus row. So at every row, the row value will get changed, but not the n value. So the star formula is n minus row. So I will show you this logic while programming so that it would be clear to all of you. So you can see this program. I will show you in the online compiler as well. You just see the logic from the for loop. For row equal to 0, row is less than n, then row plus plus. Row is the variable which I have declared, and then it is initialized by 0 in the for loop. So with the row, all the 3 variables I have declared, you can see after the main function n, space and star. So in the outer for loop, we are working for the row variable, and in the inner for loop or nested for loop, we are working for the space. So let's start. So let's say if my n is 4, that is the row size. I'll show you over here. Let's say my n is 4, which is the row size. So the nested for loop concept, it should be applied in the outer for loop. So the condition is row equal to 0, then row less than n, right? That means you can say row, the value of row is 0, 0 is less than, let's say the n is 4, 0 is less than 4. Yes, the condition is true. Outer for loop will be executed, and then it will move to the nested for loop. And in the nested for loop, we have space. Space equals to 0. Then space condition was space is less than row. So 0 is less than 0? No. the condition is false. That means at 0th index position we will not have any space. The logic is row equals to space. If the row value is 0, the space value will be also be 0. Now, in the second nested loop, you can see over here, I'll show you. In the second nested loop, we have star formation, right? So we have star equals to 0, star is less than n minus row, that means 0 is less than 4 minus 0, that will be 0 is less than 4. That means if the star equal to 0, star is less than n minus row, so it will be zero is less than 4 minus 0, that will be 0 is less than 4. So in this case the condition is true, right? 0 is less than 4. So the loop will be executed and then you will get 1 star in the first row, and then star variable again it will be incremented by 1, it will become 1. So we have star equals to 1, 1 is less than 4, again the condition will be true, then the loop will be executed, we can get another star in the first row. Again the star value will be 2 after incrementation, 2 is less than 4, yes, the condition 2, loop will be executed, then we will get 3 star in the first row. Like this we will get 1 more star in the first row. After that when the star will become 4, then the condition will be 4, the condition will be false as 4 is not less than 4. So the nested for loop will be will be terminated, and then it will move the cursor to the next line. Like this we will get 3 star and 1 space in the second row or at the first index position, then 2 star and 2 space at the third row or second index position, then finally 1 star and 3 space at fourth row or third index position. So we have to print this pyramid through programming. So same logic and same concept we have to build up in the programming, which already I have done for the first coding question. So let's remove this, already it's over. So yes, now it looks great. I hope all of you are enjoying this masterclass with the logic and the concept, whatever I am showing you. Now, in the main function, I will declare some variable, let's say n for the size, then row variable, then space variable, then star. I will initialize all these variables when I will take the for loop. Now printf, enter the size. Scanf function for taking input from the user. As a size, for the size I have taken n variable, which is the integer type, so the format identifier would be %d or format specifier would be %d, then %n. Now after that I have to define the logic. Then the outer for loop, we have the row variable defined by 0, then row should be less than n, then row plus plus. Now for the nested for loop, we have the space variable, space equal to 0, then space is less than row, then space plus plus. Then it will print space. That means at the first row we will not get any space, because 0 is less than 0, it will become false. The condition will be false. That is why the first nested for loop will be terminated. Now let's define the second nested for loop for the star. Star is less than, what's the formula? N minus row, right? This was the formula. Then star plus plus. Star plus plus. I hope all of you watch the channel also, star plus. So here one more plus is there, star plus plus, for the incrementation of star variables. So printf give one space over here. Then for the next line it will be /n. So now the logic is for the space at first row. I am counting for the first row. If we have the row value in after incrementation 1 is less than 4, the condition will be true, then the outer for loop will be executed and then it will move to the inner for loop. That is the nested for loop. First nested for loop we have for the space. If we have space equals to 0, then it will check the condition 0 is less than row, that is 0 is less than row value, that is the 1, condition will be true. That means at first index position or at second row we can print one space, and then again if the space will be incremented by 1, if it becomes 1 is less than 1 becomes false. That is for the second iteration. For the third iteration, if you see, when the row value will be incremented by 1, it will become 2 is less than 4, condition will be true, then outer for loop will be executed and then it will move to the inner for loop. So space, that means we will get 2 space at the third row, that is at the second index position. Like this we will get one more space, that is the 3 space at third index position or at the fourth row. So this is all about the logic for the row, space and the star with the for loops. So if you compile and run this code, definitely you can have a clear image of the pattern. So let's say my size is 4. Okay, I think there is some problem coming from the compiler end. So let's refresh this once. Yes, now it looks great. So 4 is my size. Then you can see in the screen, in the first row I am getting 4 star and 0 space. In the second row I am getting 3 star and 1 space. In the third row I am getting 2 star and 2 space. And in the fourth row, the final row, that is at the third index position, I am getting 1 star and 3 space. This is all about the logic. Like this, you can practice more programs on this pyramid formation, or you can say the pattern formation. So I hope definitely you have enjoyed these 2 coding questions in this masterclass. So in the next slide, if you look into the next slide, you can have some links for the Wipro NLTH MasterClass Day 3 links. First is the Wipro NLTH course link. Second is the Wipro NLTH study material or preparation material link. And all the links will be shared now in the live chat along with the Telegram channel link also. I strongly recommend all of you please join our Telegram channel. You can receive the latest updates on the Wipro NLTH, then assignment, assessment, test papers, live classes and many more updates. You can get over there. And guys, tomorrow is the masterclass of reasoning ability by Mr. Likith. Please don't miss. You can join at 5 p.m. evening. You will receive the YouTube link in our Telegram channel. If you haven't joined, please join immediately so that all the updates are waiting to get for you. And if you have liked this session, you can share good review. So you will receive the Google review link also in the live chat. You can share your valuable feedback. So thanks to all of you for joining us, guys, and please join tomorrow for the masterclass for verbal ability at 5 p.m. Please don't miss. You can join tomorrow. So bye bye. See you again in the next week for the technical.